What's up, goodies? Welcome back to your girl channel and to my kitchen, how to cook. And honey, this recipe, you're going to have to try this. Curry clam in the kitchen. Fast, easy, and simple. Now, goodie, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, wait upon, go ahead and subscribe and turn the post notification on so that way you will always know when I upload a brand new video. And for all of my returning goodies, and I don't know, say, when a girl loving it to the max. When I'm ready for cook, let's cook. Alright, goodies, when I'm ready for cook, let's cook. Now I have my clam meat here that has already been washed nice and clean. This is the baby clam meat that is already cooked, okay? Now you can use uncooked for sure if that is the method that you want to go. But this one here is already cooked clam. Just like you would cook shrimp that is already cooked. Alright, same thing. But I'm going to show you how to turn up this recipe in the kitchen. Like 1, 2, 3. Now it was already washed with a little bit of vinegar. So what I'm going to do here is season it up. So to that I'm going to add salt and pepper. Then to the salt and pepper I'm going to add a little bit of onion powder. And to the onion powder and the salt and pepper we're going to add some garlic powder here. Now I'm going to season my meat. I always season my meat, right? So yes, seafood after season nice in the kitchen. Now this is what I'm going to use here. I have this Red Lobster seafood seasoning here. Of course you can use Obey seasoning to it. Use whatever kind of seafood seasoning that you might have laying around your house. All right, I don't want to have, I don't want to use. Now this Jamaican seasoning here, I just found this in the supermarket, and this is the first time I'm going to use it. So I will definitely kick it up another recipe and tell you guys at the end of the video how it tastes in the food. Now I'm using my Ocheria's curry powder here. It is a jerk flavor and it's going to give it a mean, wicked kind of a flavor. So that's why we're going for this one. Of course, you could use turmeric or anything else that you have. To that I'm using some chopped garlic here. You could use garlic cloves if that's what you want to go. Now be sure that you add just like a teaspoon or maybe a tablespoon depending on how much you're cooking of jerk seasoning. And this is the one that I'm using here, the traditional Jamaican jerk season sauce in the mild. You can always substitute that, right? And that's the one I have. I'm also going to add some apple cider vinegar because I never cook without vinegar. And then I'm going to add about a tablespoon of cornstarch to the mix. And in fact, this is the cornstarch that I'm using here. You can find it in a Walmart or just use whatever you have. Or just use flour, right? Now I'm going to go ahead and give it a nice little mix in here. Really mellow, okay? Now don't say that you're over seasoning your meat, your food here, because you want to be sure that it is seasoned properly, because if you don't season this particular kind of a recipe here, it will go flat and it will be tasteless when the recipe is finished. So be sure that you season this thing properly, properly, until it look like that. And if you want to add some other kind of seasonings to it, go ahead and add it, because why? It's your kitchen. Make your kitchen happy, all right? Always remember that. Your kitchen, your rules. In that order. Now, after you've done with this and that, go ahead and put it aside and let it sit for maybe about 30 minutes. Okay, goodies, moving right along, we are going to cook up this dasheen here with today's recipe. Now, you could find dasheen in your supermarket, your farmer's market near you, or anywhere where Jamaican or island food is found. Now, when you slice the skin off the dasheen, this is what it looks like on the inside, okay? Don't worry, goodie, I got you. I'm going to show you how to turn it up in the kitchen. But this is the slices that I decided to do. You can slice it however you want to slice it, okay? Now in a pot, this is what you're going to do. You're going to add about maybe 4 to 5 cups of water. You want to add salt to flavor it up. And I always add a little bit of oil. Any kind of oil that you have in your kitchen, just go ahead and add the oil into the water with the salt. Make sure that your water is in fact boiling just like mine is right here. Then you go in and you add your dasheen to the mix, right? Your dasheen. So you go ahead and add it into the mix and allow it to boil and cook for about 30 to 35 minutes until it cooks nice and tender. Okay, simple. Now in here I have bell peppers and scallion and thyme and hot pepper, and I do have some ginger here. Now if you want to use powdered ginger, you could definitely use powdered ginger, but I really prefer you had a little bit of fresh ginger to this recipe. You definitely also need garlic to it, fresh garlic, and tomatoes as well, and your pimento seeds. That is all that you need to finish up your thing. Now after that 30 minutes has gone by and your seafood nice and set and proper and marinade, you're going to go ahead and add two tablespoons of oil into your pan here. Then you add the ginger to it, your fresh ginger to it. Now you want to go ahead and allow it to release its flavor for probably about a good 30 seconds or so. Allow the flavor to infuse with the oil. And after you have done that, don't let the ginger burn though. You don't want to do that. Then you go in and add all your veggies here. Now I did not add any onions today because I didn't want any onions into this recipe, okay? But of course you could add onions, but don't add too much onions to this recipe if you decide to go with onions. Now I did allow it to kind of do its thing here for maybe about 2 to 3 minutes at the most. And then after that 2 to 3 minutes, I did go in and add some apple cider vinegar to it. Because honey, I love apple cider vinegar, okay? Apple cider make you look young forever. Any kind of vinegar make you look young forever in your food. Now you go ahead and give it a nice spin. Again, a topping at 2 to 3 minutes. 3 minutes, okay? Now after that, you want to go in and add in your clams here. And remember again, these are cooked clams. You don't want to overcook it. You're going to treat it just as if you was making shrimp, okay? If the longer you cook it, it's the more rubbery it's going to get, and it's going to shrink, and it's going to get really, really tiny. So you don't want to go in and cook it for too long. Now another trick to cooking clams here is do not cover your pot, because if you cover your pot, it is going to produce a lot of moisture, a lot of liquid. So you want to cook it uncooked the entire process. It does take about 7 to 8 minutes, because remember you already you are cooking cooked clams here. As you can see the liquid, you just want to make sure that you in fact, you know, cook it for that time. Don't overcook it, okay? Is what I'm saying here, if that makes any sense, right? Just leave it uncovered and let it do its magic for about 7 to 8 minutes. After that 7 to 8 minutes go by, that is what you have. You will have the most tastiest clams in your kitchen ever. All I did here was just sprinkle a little bit of parsley on it, just a tad bit, maybe a teaspoon if that much. You could use any other greenery that you have in your kitchen to go ahead and use it. But you're all done here, all set to go, filled with flavor, nice, fast, easy, and simple. You could eat it with just about anything that you want to eat it up with. I didn't pop the pepper, but of course, you know how that got. Me like the flavor of the pepper, but me like the pepper business. Now I'm not someone Jamaican no like spicy, nothing. But anyway, goodie. When I put the thing on the plate, let's just say hubby was very happy. I did serve it up with some white rice, of course, my dasheen, some avocado, and some tomatoes. And it was sitting deliciously good. Proper, honey, proper. Now, be sure, goodies, that you are liking and sharing, as well as you have already subscribed to the channel. Spread this good love with everybody. Make them know where I go and bring them, come and send them come. And remember, as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy.